Hey historians, Mr. Birch here. Today we're going to be talking about the great states of Florida and California. As always, when you see the question, press pause, take a moment to read and answer, then press play and we'll go over it together. Let's get started. All right, characteristics of California and Florida. Good climate for agriculture, long coastlines and natural harbors and bays, originally inhabited by American Indians. Which of these characteristics also describes these two states? A. Founded as work colonies for debtors. B. Former slave states. C. Were havens for religious dissenters. D. Former Spanish colonies. All right, as always, what is the question asking? That's the first thing we need to know, right? Well, in this one, the characteristics that describe these two states. That's essentially what we're looking for. What characteristics describe these two states? We know what two states because at the top it says characteristics of California and Florida. Really, everything inside this box here doesn't even matter. That's just telling us other things. We don't need, that doesn't matter. What we need to know is what are the characteristics that are below that align with these two states. So, what can I eliminate? Well, first of all, former slave states. These two states were not both former slave states. California was not a slave state. So we're going to eliminate that right off the bat. And then the next one, founded as work colonies for debtors. Neither one of these were founded as work colonies for debtors. In fact, the state that was founded as work colonies for debtors was Georgia. So that's neither one of these. And then we're left with were havens for religious dissenters, so people who had disagreements with the common religious view of the day. And then the last one is former Spanish colonies. So what do we have to know? Well, D is the correct answer, former Spanish colonies. All right, California and Florida were both former Spanish colonies. And as you see on the map here, here's North America map from the 1750s to almost 1776. This remained about the same here. So you see I have the two states below that are circled in green is at the bottom at the southern portion. We have Florida, and that was New Spain. That was Spanish colony. And then California over here, where you see the far west coastline, that was, again, New Spain, a Spanish colony. Everything else here, you see English colonies, French claimed land, and then other disputed territories. But if we just remember that Florida and California were both part of Spanish colonies during the early 1700s, then we're good here.